scheduled board meeting, President Village Board of Trustees of the Village of Tinley Park, Cook and Will County, held on Tuesday, September 2nd, 2025, beginning at 6 p.m. in the council chambers. Will please stand for the pledge of allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Deputy Clerk, call the roll.
Trustee Brady?
Here.
Trustee Brennan?
Present.
Trustee Mahoney?
Present.
Trustee Mueller?
Here.
Trustee Shaw?
Present.
Trustee Sullivan?
Here.
President Glass?
Present. Item 1, is there a motion to consider approval of the agenda?
So moved. Second.
Madam Clerk, call the roll. Or Deputy.
Trustee Brady?
Yes.
Trustee Brennan?
Yes.
Trustee Mahoney?
Yes.
Trustee Mueller?
Yes.
Trustee Shaw?
Yes.
Trustee Sullivan?
Yes.
Motion carries. Next, we have item 2. Is there a motion to consider approval of the minutes of the regular village board meeting held on August 19th, 2025?
So moved. Second.
Deputy Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Brady?
Yes.
Trustee Brennan?
Yes.
Trustee Mahoney?
Yes.
Trustee Mueller?
Yes.
Trustee Shaw?
Yes.
Trustee Sullivan?
Yes.
Motion carries. Item 3, may I have a motion to consider approval of the following consent agenda items?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Thank you. Consent agenda items have been publicly posted and available for review according to Illinois Open Meeting Act. Would anyone from the board like any of these items removed tonight from the agenda? Let the record reflect there are none. Deputy Clerk, call the roll.
Trustee Brady?
Yes.
Trustee Brennan?
Yes.
Trustee Mahoney?
Yes.
Trustee Mueller?
Yes.
Trustee Shaw?
Yes.
Trustee Sullivan?
Yes.
Motion carries. Item 4, is there a motion to consider adopting ordinance 2025-0-029, awarding a Class AV liquor license to Pepe's Mexican Restaurant?
I'll make that motion.
Thank
I'll
you.
second.
Thank you. Madam Clerk, or Deputy Clerk, call the roll.
Trustee Brady?
Yes.
Trustee Brennan?
Yes.
Trustee Mahoney?
Yes.
Trustee Mueller?
Yes.
Trustee Shaw?
Yes.
Trustee Sullivan?
Yes.
That motion carries. Thank you, everyone. Item 5, Trustee Brennan.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'd like to make a motion to consider adopting Resolution 2025-R-104, approving an intergovernmental agreement between the Village of Tinley Park and Cook County Department of Transportation and Highways for construction of engineering of 179th Street resurfacing between 80th and 94th Avenues, Invest in Cook County grant.
I'll second.
Thank you, Trustee Shaw.
Go ahead.
Consider approving intergovernmental agreement between the Cook County Department of Transportation and Highways. This item was discussed at the committee whole meeting held on August 19th, 2025, and this resolution is eligible for adoption.
Thank you. Any comment from the board? Deputy Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Brady?
Yes.
Trustee Brennan?
Yes.
Trustee Mahoney?
Yes.
Trustee Mueller?
Yes.
Trustee Shaw?
Yes.
Trustee Sullivan?
Yes.
The motion carries. I see Mr. Pierce is in the audience. So does he have to wait? Can we have a motion to move up public comment to what, 6?
I'll make that motion. Second.
Deputy Clerk, call the roll.
Trustee Brady?
Yes.
Trustee Brennan?
Yes.
Trustee Mahoney?
Yes.
Trustee Mueller?
Yes.
Trustee Shaw?
Yes.
Trustee Sullivan?
Yes.
The motion carries. Next, we have, should I call it item 6?
Yeah.
Item 6, receive comments from the public. Anyone from the public? Let the record reflect there are none. Item 7.
Wait.
No, it's okay, go ahead.
Okay.
You have 6 minutes. Go ahead, start.
Is it okay to start, or?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, okay. Good evening, everyone. I stand before you this evening as a disheartened Tinley Park citizen and a very proud wife of one of our fellow police officers. I want to spend a few minutes tonight addressing and clarifying some information that was relayed at the last board meeting on August 19th. There was information that was provided about an officer that a board member quoted. An officer sustained serious injuries to both hands, rendering him unable to work. in which the board member comments on this, that's also not true. He had some scratches on his arm. I wanted to make a few things clear about this to ensure an accurate depiction of this situation. This officer, who was also my husband, received an on-the-job injury for responding to a domestic violence call involving an individual with a gun. He was out of work for a total of 3.5 months due to sustaining significant injuries to both of his thumbs as a result of responding to this situation. The first month, he was unable to perform basic everyday tasks, such as put on his socks, squeeze a tube of toothpaste, button up his shirt or pants, or hold his coffee mug from the handle. The next 2 months, he did outpatient occupational therapy 2 times a week for 9 weeks. Prior to returning to work, he completed 1 week of a work conditioning program to assist with his transition back to work. Once he was cleared to return to work, he was still experiencing discomfort in both thumbs, so he sought out further pain management in the form of acupuncture because after 3.5 months of rehabilitation, rest, seeing a hand surgeon, and a daily home exercise program, he was still experiencing pain. It took him an additional 6 months after being cleared to return to work to fully experience pain relief, which was 9 months after the initial injury. I can confidently say that during the time he was waiting for approval from work to get imaging done, start therapy, and eventually transition back to work, he was constantly in communication with HR to help expedite these processes with the sole goal of rehabbing from this on-the-job injury in order to be able to return to work. The phone call and email records will reflect all of this information. He was cleared by the Village Hall doctor on a Tuesday morning and went into work later that evening. My husband did everything he possibly could to get better, keep the department updated, and return to work as fast as he could heal. I can also confidently say that because he is driven by having a purpose, he did not enjoy his time not working and the length of time being at home. He has been proudly serving the village of Tinley Park for 6 years. He also serves in the Illinois Army National Guard and has done so for over 11 years. He is currently ranked as a sergeant and has received numerous accolades for his leadership skills over the last decade of his service. He is the most honorable, humble, hardworking, and loyal person I have ever encountered. So for a member of the board to depict my husband as someone who received 3.5 months of full pay for scratches on his arm is a complete misrepresentation of the situation and is a disservice to his character as an officer who serves this community and this country. I felt that it was important that those listening tonight knew the full extent of this situation and received the truth in its entirety. I also feel that it is important for you to know that my husband was not the only officer that was misrepresented and poorly depicted in the August 19th board meeting. As someone who has lived here her whole life, loves someone who serves this village, and has family who lives in this community, I think it is imperative that we show the people who have sworn to serve and protect our community and the ones we love with the utmost respect. These are honorable men and women who do their best to keep our village safe. They have families, loved ones, and most are parents. And they have chosen to do a job that most people could not do or would not have the courage, sense of commitment, or character to do. So, in closing, I hope and pray that for the sake of this community and everyone in it, we choose respect, honesty, support, and loyalty the next time and every time our officers and the work they do for this town is brought to the forefront. Lord knows that's what they deserve. Thank you.
Good evening, Raymond Violetto. I'm with the Metropolitan Alliance of Police, and I'm here on behalf of the union officers of the Tinley Park Police Department, specifically the detective unit. On behalf of the detectives of the Tinley Park Police Investigative Unit, they are honored to recognize and express their deepest appreciation for Sergeant DeJohnny for his exceptional leadership, mentorship, and unwavering dedication to the department and the citizens of Tinley Park. From the beginning of their careers, many of them have looked up to Sam as a mentor as a veteran detective and now supervisor. He has guided countless officers through complexities of investigative work, teaching them how to write legal process, develop cases, and pursue justice with professionalism and integrity. His knowledge of criminal investigations, his endless network of professional contacts, and his tireless work ethic have paved the way for success of the entire unit. When Sam was promoted to Sergeant of Investigation, it came to no surprise. He has always led by example, leading from the front rather than managing from behind a desk. Whether it was tackling difficult situations and cases alongside the detectives, checking in on their well-being after injuries or illnesses, or responding to calls at any hours, Sam has consistently demonstrated that he is a leader and a teammate. What truly sets Sam apart is his integrity and character. He does what is right, always in the best interest of the department, the community, and his peers. Never for personal gain. In an era where selfishness can be rare, Sam embodies it fully. He has sacrificed personal time, comfort, and convenience to ensure his officers are supported and victims receive justice they deserve. Under his leadership, the investigative unit has grown stronger, more cohesive, and more effective than ever before. He has created a team environment built on trust, respect, and professionalism, an environment where new detectives can learn and thrive and where every member feels valued. Sam has guided them through some of the most challenging and heartbreaking cases of the community has faced. Time and time again, he has been one step forward with courage, professionalism, and compassion, ensuring that victims and their families were treated with dignity and the justice they deserved. Beyond his professional achievements, Sam is a devoted father, husband, mentor, and friend. He has never lost sight of the importance of empathy and humanity in his profession, and his examples inspire them daily to do a better job for officers and better for the people. As one public official correctly wrote in 2024, Sam DeJohnny is one of the most respected, talented, and kindest people you will ever meet. To make disparaging comments against him, you must be bitter. It would be a miracle if you found one person who said anything negative about Sam DeJohnny. He's the cream of the crop. On behalf of the entire investigative unit, they want to publicly thank Sam DeJohnny for his outstanding leadership, unwavering dedication, and profound impact on the department. The Village of Tinley Park and its residents are truly served because of his commitment, his character, and his service. Did you have any questions, anyone? Trustee Shaw? Anyone? Thank you.
Anyone else care to make public comment? Go ahead, Mr. Pierce.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor. I'm here, we're having a problem with our parkway. There was a house built across the street from us, and the same builder that built our house, by the way, on Dunedin Avenue. And the builder said whatever damage was done to the parkway, they would correct, but they had to run all the lines, because the lines run under our property. The sewage line, the electric, and gas lines run under our parkway. So, well, you have a building permit, that's fine, but you have to restore it to the same condition as it was before you started digging. I want you to remember that. Well, over the course of a year, that hole was dug 3 times. There was a lot of clay left on the parkway grass. A lot of tractors. In fact, I sent pictures. I don't know if you saw those.
I haven't received them.
To Lisa.
I sent them to Mike.
Oh, and she sent the landscaper, when he was there, he said, it'll be all taken care of when we landscape across the street. We'll fix it up. Okay. And the July 12th, this has been going on for a year. I didn't say anything. They were digging holes and doing it. But July 12th, the grass was delivered. Their landscaper was there for several hours with several loads of grasses and about 30 or 40 workers. They leveled the grass for the land, put all the grass in, and it looked like he was about to leave. I went across the street and I said, hey, don't forget you have to fix our parkway. Because of the clay, the grass was dying. The clay got as hard as a rock when it rained. What do you call it? A swale was created because there was so much water running off of the clay that had hardened. And I said, you gotta take care of that. And his landscaper said, no, I don't. And the builder's not gonna do it either. And I said, we're gonna have a problem here because the builder told me that they would take care of the parkway. I have an obligation, my wife, we have an obligation to maintain it. We don't have an obligation to take care of errors that somebody, they come in, they damage the property. That's a third-party issue that needs to be handled by you. I had my own landscaper come out and look at the work, and he said, look, all of the grass from the deep, by the way, all those tractors left deep impressions, and those are in the photos I sent you. Left very deep impressions on the soil. He said, we'd have to remove all that, my landscaper, we have to remove all the grass. It has to be mitigated, the damage to the soil. That soil has to be removed with all the clay in it. New soil put in, new grass put on top of it from the sidewalk to the street, and the swale has to disappear too. None of that was done by the landscaper. I did contact several people, and I got a hold of a gentleman named Mike Coleman from the building department. He came out.
That's who Lisa sent the email to.
Yeah, and, okay, yeah, and he's a good guy to work with. I've known him for a while. I knew him when I was the FOIA officer here years ago. And anyway, he looked at it, he said, yeah, I'm gonna call the builder and tell him to meet you. I said, any day of the week, we're home. So I get a knock on the door on that Friday, and it's not the builder, it's the landscaper. Now, this is the same landscaper that told me, we're not gonna do anything for you. Well, it turns out on that day he said that. We left, we came back, and he put down helter-skelter rolls of grass that were practically dead, and you can see those in the photos.
Yeah, they are done.
It's terrible. It's a terrible mess. And I'm not gonna spend, my contractor, landscaper said it's gonna cost probably $1,000 to mitigate. All that grass has to be removed. If there's still clay under the soil, that's gotta be removed. I don't plan on spending $1,000 to mitigate, but all that grass that he planted from the curb to the sidewalk, that's all gotta be removed. There's about 144 yards of grass that has to be replaced, and it's not gonna come out of my pocket. You've gotta do something about this. And Mike said, I'll get the builder out on a Friday. So I said, that's fine, I know the guy, we can talk. Well, the builder didn't come, he sent the landscaper again, the guy that was arguing with me that he didn't have to do it. And he said, everything's done. I said, no, it's not. You didn't mitigate soil, you didn't mitigate anything. Your people threw the dead grass there and you walked away. It's lumpy. If somebody walks across it, they might break an ankle. And there's a swale that wasn't there before. It's about 6 feet wide. I want it fixed, and not at my expense or my wife. We've maintained that property for 38 years. We've maintained, because that's our obligation. You own it, we maintain it, and we've done that. That's all we had to do. It's not up to me to argue anymore with the builder or his landscaper. In fact, when the landscaper came back, he said the same thing. This grass was green when I put it in. And I showed him the photo, and he immediately segued in, well, you didn't water it. Well, we were having monsoons at the time. It got plenty of water. I'm not Jesus. I can't make the grass come alive. It's dead, and it's still there. And he's got to cut it all out and put fresh grass in and get it done in a good and workmanlike manner. So, you know, I don't know what, it's got to be repaired, and it's got to be repaired. In fact, I wouldn't mind this. If you guys have, the village has its own landscaper. I wouldn't mind if your landscaper went out, surveyed the damage, and let your landscaper fix it. And you could charge the builder, because he's still building in this town. But I don't have $1,000 to spend fixing up something that they messed up.
It's the 6-minute timer's not going off.
Okay.
But I heard what you said, it's the first I'm hearing of it. I'll ask Lisa to share it with me, and I will come personally look at it, and we will get that done, because you shouldn't be paying for it if it's the builder's fault. So we'll contact you, I think, does Lisa Valley have your number?
Yes, I
Okay.
did. But the one thing is this, that the landscaper was not easy to talk to. He just didn't, I didn't do anything wrong. This is what you're getting, basically dead grass. So
We've
I
dealt
would
with-
prefer if something were to be done, that it was done by your
We've
landscaper.
dealt with that before, so we'll look into it. When does John get back?
Tomorrow.
Okay. Is Coleman off?
Coleman's off for a few days, but we'll connect on it.
I'll schedule it so we can go out there with John Urbanski and Mike Coleman together. Mike's off a couple days.
Okay, that's fine.
But we will come out there together and look at it. We'll get it rectified for you.
I
Thanks, Mr.
appreciate it.
Pierce. You're
Thank
very
you.
welcome. Any other public comment? Let the record reflect there are none. Item 7, receive comments from the staff. Anyone from staff care to comment? No. Item 8, receive comments from the board. Anyone from the board care to comment?
Get some.
Go ahead.
Is Lisa gonna do it?
No, go ahead.
Oh, you want me to do? Okay.
No, go, yeah, go ahead.
All right. I'd just like to invite the kids, we're having sorry, I can't even talk, it's been a long weekend. We're having a back-to-school event to kick off the school year. The village board, Michael Glotz and the village board, will be hosting a back-to-school event on September 7th from 12 to 3 p.m. at Harmony Square. We'll kick off the 2025-26 school year in style with an afternoon of food, music, and fun for the whole family located at the brand-new Harmony Square. Lucky Dogs will be serving hot dogs and snow cones, and Tinley Park students from K through 8th will receive a complimentary hot dog and snow cone with proof of residency or school ID. I know there was some confusion about if students do not have a school ID, what can they use? The parents can show their driver's license, and that will work to show proof of identification, because I know some grammar schools do not have school IDs. So we look forward to seeing everyone on Sunday, September 7th.
Thank you, Colleen.
Thank you.
Anyone else on the board have any comment?
I do.
Mr. Shaw.
But if anyone else wants to go first, if there's any.
Mr. Brady?
No, sir, I'm done. Thank you.
Mr. Mueller? Mr. Brennan?
Nothing today.
Mr. Mahoney? It's all yours.
All right, good deal. So, first off, I want to show my appreciation to the officers and families who are here this evening. I appreciate you staying. And I've been quoted in the press recently about making a comment about stunts, and I clarified it once before, and that really had nothing to do with what was going on. It was that last time there were comments made, it wasn't what happened here. So I appreciate that everyone stayed, didn't just make a comment, drop it, and run out the door. So that shows strength of character. I wanted to clarify a few points for myself about what my proximate concerns are with respect to anything going on here in the village. And these are not necessarily in order, but one of the first priorities is public safety. Anything that we cover here up on the board, public safety is always top of mind for me. And then also public funds, expenditure of public funds. We talk about that a lot. And as chairman of the finance committee for the village, we've been increasing how we look at expenditures of public funds, scrutinizing every single penny we have, figuring out how we can keep the spending in check, how we can reduce spending, if at all possible, all with an eye towards being the best stewards of public tax money as possible. Also, public quality of life, that's a huge concern for me. And then property values. All of these things kind of interrelate. But those are those are the lens through which I look at everything here. And if an item doesn't affect positively or negatively one of those, it probably is not of concern to me. And with that, the topic of comp time across all departments, but in particular, the police department came up. So I want to clarify my position on that. It's been stated that comp time under the police contract is a neutral item, and to the extent that is and proves to be, I don't really care. It's truly a neutral item. Where I have concern with it is where it jeopardizes one of the items that I listed. If it jeopardizes public safety, readiness, or prudent care of public funds, then it is a concern to me. If it doesn't affect one of those, then it's not of concern to me. So I want to make sure I clarify my position on that. Some comments made this evening about having respect for people who serve, emphasizing the courage, the character, and sense of duty. I absolutely agree. I could not agree any more with that. Anybody on this board or anyone who knows me personally is probably tired of hearing me talk about my time with the Bolingbrook Police Department many decades ago. But I was very proud to work with a lot of sworn officers there. And I've personally had two groomsmen who were officers on the Orland Park Police Department, Harwood Heights, but I have many friends with the Bolingbrook Police, Lockport Police, Romaville Police Department. And as an Army vet, many of the people I served with went on to be either sworn police officers or federal officers. So I have a huge respect for those who serve. Several officers over the past couple of weeks, I'll make a point of saying that they reached out to me personally and introduced themselves. I did not know them, and I appreciate that. They were being quite neighborly and made a point of letting me know who they were personally, and I appreciated that very much. We up here on the board, as I said, the things that I care about: public safety, public funds, quality of life for our residents, and property values. Those are probably the big four that I can think of there. And again, with respect to respecting people who are willing to serve, who go out there, put themselves out on the line for scrutiny, and whether it's physical security or whether it is criticism. It's important. People who serve the public, that's a very important role. And I believe that it's something that should be reciprocated. People on the board should respect the people in uniform who serve, and I would hope that the people who serve would have some respect for people who take time away from their family and serve the public in any capacity. So I wanted to emphasize a few of those things tonight, and I appreciate that. Thank you.
Anyone else? Nope. I just wanted to add too, this whole anti-police campaign from this board is true politics. This board has supported hiring more officers than in the history of any administration ever. You look at how many police there used to be before we got on. I mean, how many have we hired over the last 6 years? Or above that number. We're at the highest level ever, the highest command staff, the radios, for Ray to silent it. The radios at a request of the police, we spent over $1 million because radios were requested. We've never squawked at any spending that has ever been asked of us for the police department. And unfortunately, well, one of the comments too about there's an axe to grind. That's just nonsense, Ray. You know that's nonsense. And what's upsetting and disappointing, this all turned this way because a few decided to mix contract and politics together. The Safety Act, we're one of the few boards in Orland Park that spoke up about the Unsafety Act and lined with Hastings and Rita, who are the ones that supported and passed this whole Unsafety Act, which has made your life hard. and difficult for you to do your jobs. And we've always supported you guys. So to say anything else is just, it's really disheartening. That's all I'll add to that. We have executive session? Can I have a motion to item 9 to adjourn the executive session to discuss the following? A, the purchase or lease of real property for the use of the public body, including meetings held for the purpose of discussing whether a particular parcel should be acquired. B, the setting of a price for sale or lease of property owned by the public body. C, collective negotiating matters between the public body and its employees or their representatives, or deliberations concerning salary schedules for one of the more classes of employees.
I'll make that motion.
Second?
Thank you. Deputy Clerk?
Trustee Brady?
Yes.
Trustee Brennan?
Yes.
Trustee Mahoney?
Yes.
Trustee Mueller?
Yes.
Trustee Shaw?
Yes.
Trustee Sullivan?
Yes.
That motion passes. We are adjourned. Thank you.